Hello, hello, welcome back. So, let's see what we're going to do today. Kind of took a break last night. I played the heck out of it the day this came out. Is there any mechs that I haven't really tried? You know what? Let's bump that up to 25. Let's grab up my heavy striker. Oh, excuse me. Grab up the medium striker. And again, I'm going to trade the commandos out. I'm not a fan of that commando at all. And each person's probably going to have a little bit. This right now is so far my favorite medium lance that I've run. By a long shot. I don't know how well it's going to do in multiplayer. When they can make called shots on me for shutting down and such like that. But I think I can really put a hurt down with a lance like this overall. Let's see, I've got Witness, I've got Arc Light, good. Wildfire and Kraken, they're mostly good just due to the very high gunnery skill. I can grab something like the Precision Strikes are also very good at the gunnery skill. Sumo and Apex down here. But, what's a nice way to put this? I'll probably end up using the multi-targeting long before I'd use the Precision Strike on like a Kintaro or a Quick Draw, because these are all about a lot of damage output coming. I don't know, maybe... because I do build up a lot of heat. Maybe the Precision Strike is going to be the better option there. Well, whatever. We're going to go up against... we're going to go up against a heavy lance, that's for sure. I really wish I could put this on random and it would literally random the funds up to 25 instead of just picking one of these. The Heavy Assault is honestly a pretty decent build for him overall. Heavy Battle, 2D Commando, Panthers, the Orion K, which one is that? Medium Laser, AC-10, Medium Laser, LRM-15, no, LRM-15. So yeah, the Orions can be a bit of a problem on both of these lances. Anything with basically a single LRM-15 you're going to find is slightly a problem here. Especially if they've got a faster setup. The Panther might be fast enough. The Commando is actually pretty slow, so it really doesn't outpace the rest of it. You'll also see this problem kind of here sometimes on a really spread out map. Is the Orion's just going to want to sit back and fire its LRMs. I believe the Centurion might... yeah, it comes with an LRM-10 too. So they don't want to engage in any type of good fight, keeping the pack together. What other choices do we have? I'm thinking the Heavy Striker might be pretty decent. Oh my goodness, a Jenner. I'm not a big fan of Jenners, but Kintaro comes with the LRM. Why don't we just take one of these and just see how it goes? We'll go with the Heavy Assault. I've beaten it a few times now, definitely with this lance. And I am 5 million under the budget of the AI. Well, pretty close. 4.9.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
So, I'm basically 5 million under what the game has. Oh, what I was saying about the striker lance I've got built right here. There's really no long-range fire support.
Hey, after we finish, swimming anyone?
There's no long-range fire support. I have a feeling that a lance like this is going to suffer mightily against like a knockdown PPC boat type buildup, because I don't really have anything to deal with the very long range, nor am I extremely fast with such a group. So,
I hear ya.
let's see if we can kind of get the AI,
I'm here.
because they are pretty close to the same. So, what I'm going to do is basically, is this the map I played on when I did my recording? I don't know, let's get the Hunchback closer to the front. He's my slowest mech. And the Quick Draw luckily has the jump jets. Pretty nice. I don't like using them a whole lot. The heat buildup pretty intense off of it. So what I want to do is I want him to spot my commando up here.
Bad guys.
Just like that. So there's the Orion.
What can I do for you?
So now that we've already spotted, I'm going to bring my striker back down here. I don't want him taking a bunch of fire from up there. At least for this turn. Next turn I am going, or maybe next turn, I'll have him up here, and there's a reason for that. I'm just going to reserve back.
Standing by.
Going to reserve back again. That Orion should far outpace whatever else they have. 45 tonner, I don't remember what do they have? Vindicator and a
Standing by.
Centurion, I believe. Alright, so the 75 tonners here. Now this is going to kind of open me up if I try to run out here. So I'm going to actually let this mech come into range. So what we want to do is
Commander,
brace,
resting my mech. Yep.
brace,
Managing heat. I'm receiving you.
and that Orion will probably get some shots off right here, but that's fine.
For orders. Venting heat.
Oh, I'm a moron. I should have hit him with my striker right there. Hit him with the striker and then pull back on a sprint so that I still have the defensive bonus this round. That's how you're supposed to use the strikers. I absolutely screwed that up right there. So at the end of last turn, I probably should have moved Arc Light out and taken a pop shot as well, because those both get to go before anything my opponent has. I could have gotten 2 shots off right there. And the Hunchback I probably wouldn't have, because I would want to be a bit of closer range here. That's completely my fault. The fact you don't lose your defensive bonuses for reserving is a little off in my opinion. It's fine that you do hold you guys back, but I really think that they should automatically lose those defensive bonuses. So the Orion's the most dangerous unit here. We're going to let them go again. So I'm basically going to take their PPC awesome out of here, so he's going to get a pretty good shot off right here. I do have the 50% damage reduction, though.
You bastards!
And they managed to hit Arc Light, which I don't care about. Alright, so what we want to do now is...
Standing by.
Oh. '95's all the way across. That's excellent. Now this is going to kind of open me up to some fire right here. I probably should have taken him right here on the hill, but I'm going to try to hopefully not worry about it too much. So this formation does have the ability to knock down. I would have to hit with most of my striker unit right here. Or that was my quick draw. Wow, I completely screwed that up. That was supposed to be my Kintaro.
Sensor trace? Commander?
Okay, now heat is going to be a bit of a problem, at least early on in this. Okay, see, I needed to unsteady him first and then use my commando second. Again, I just started playing today, but I'm already screwing things up pretty handily here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attempt to knock him over. I'm not guaranteed to get a knockover right here, but...
All weapons are
knocked down. Okay, see, now I've got my hunchback. Then it comes back around to my hunchback and my commando. So I will basically be able to knock their most dangerous mech out. The Centurion's going to be the next most dangerous. They so outpace the awesome that it's not even funny. So what we're going to do here is... Can I hit from where I'm standing? Yeah. 100%. So that's great. Where's the AC-10? Because that's my biggest problem is the AC-10. Or I could just go for some center torso shots. I've got 3 rounds right here. Maybe that's what I'll do and just try to absolutely kill them. Any that accidentally hit over here is going to be a dead arm or a dead chest piece there. Ugh, not a good shot there. So what we're going to do next, because the missiles have a better spread, I'm going to use the missiles to hopefully knock off that arm and that chest piece. So that's a couple of areas that I don't have to worry about, but I am going to aim for the center again here.
commencing Alpha strike.
Okay, so it did work out like I was kind of hoping it would. Now hopefully my hunchback right here will be able to take this mech out. Anything that falls on this side will begin damaging the center torso. So that's good. But overall, this thing's lost a medium laser, an SRM-4, and its AC-10. It's lost a ton of its close-range firepower, and it doesn't even get to go till turn 3. I've actually got my Kintaro to still go right here. I was hoping to get my Kintaro a pretty good amount of stability damage, but that's alright. This should be a dead mech. This is going to be a shutdown warning. I don't quite want to shut down this turn, and I only have to turn off a single item to not shut down with my Kintaro here. I'm more than willing to overheat on him next turn. Okay, so there's the center torso destroyed. Yeah, a little bit of damage, but that's all right. All right, now I've got my inspiration buff. So again, I do not want to open myself up to the PPCs in this very long range up here. So what I am going to do is see if I can't get line of sight with while holding line of sight off on that big awesome back in the background there. And my quick draw is not really a very strong heavy, it's more a fire output. I forget which one's the Centurion. Is it the 45 or the 50 tonner? Because I really need to hit that Centurion. I'm going to take the cover first here. Okay, so what we have here is an medium laser, large laser, small laser. So this is a decent up close. But what you have here is the PPC LRM medium laser SRM. So this is well, it's an assault group. It's pretty well balanced. I enjoyed playing the assault lance here as a player. I think it'll be very well rounded in that regards. But how the AI works, it's not very good. So what we're going to want to do is try to take this Centurion out, which are all the lower hit percentages, and it's got the 50% guarded. I think I'm going to take some pop shots from that too. It's probably going to swing back across over to here. I think it might be able to get line of sight that way. I might just swing out and take some PPC shots anyways right here. I'll probably just actually go backwards in my turn here. The lasers do seem to have a little bit low on the damage side of things, considering they've removed the flamer from this game. Yeah.
Systems holding.
Well, that's not right. That's not right at all. Oh, precise strike. The pilot must have precise strike. That's why he fired with 1 PPC and it dealt a full 50 damage. I didn't take the 25 damage reduction there. But here's the thing. If he's got a good chance to hit with all of his PPCs, right, each of them deal 50 damage apiece, and this is why I think the precise strike, good on something like an Irby, good on something like the SRM PPC Panther, I believe it is. Bad on most other things. If this unit had fired triple PPCs right here, with a good chance to hit on all of them, obviously. I don't know what his chance to hit was, but I imagine it was pretty damn good, probably like 85 or plus. What you're going to see is if all 3 strike, that's actually going to be 75 damage compared to the one shot with the 50 damage. Now, there are some heat concerns overall with the PPCs. They are really, really bad. That's kind of a different subject, though. So, I've got my inspiration up, so what we're going to do is we're going to literally come right here in the force. Again, I want to be taking these defensive positions. I don't care about the hit percentage right here.
Let's move.
I want to inspire.
Mess him up.
So I'm going to ignore the 50% defense that he has. Normally he would ignore 50% of my damage because he did use his guard, the brace action back here. But I want to be able to hit with this AC-20 right here. So, in the leg, that's not a great spot to hit. Okay, now Witness I am going to reserve back. He's really light. In a battle like this, I will be bringing him out when I need him. This is not the time, though. So we're going to reserve him back. They will chew him up and spit him out if I'm not very careful with him in a battle like this. I've done this exact setup a few times. In fact, I've been running this lance mostly against 25 million funds lances because they're pretty terrible at building lances for this game. So the game can't do called shots, right? So we're gonna take advantage of that literally right here. So this is where I'm saying maybe precise strike might be all right. Because I'm basically tapped out on the heat. Firing a weapon to pull it down. Until multiplayer gets here, I don't know if that's going to be a superior option or what I'm going to do right here is a superior option. Which is just ignore it since they can't do a called shot anyways. And I can turn off a lot of weapons here. Okay, so it's like basically most of my weapons and still not shut down. But at that point, I'm losing most of my damage. I just want to punch as much damage, and I want to damage this Centurion. I want it to be out of here. So I'm even going to load up the LRM-5 right here. Honestly, when the Mech Lab comes around, I will probably be removing the LRM-5 and trying to get some more heat sink on this thing. Because that is a definite problem with the Kataro. But the Kataro is very strong right now. Okay, so I've went critical right here. That means I have no action with that next turn. So I really need to, I I did not see that coming.
That got through my armor, Commander.
Okay, nobody else can shoot on my... Well, the Centurion can shoot on my commando, can't he?
Commander?
We're gonna reserve back right here.
Cooling.
Oh, no, not guard. I screwed that up again. I need all my firepower right here, and I am really messing this up. Alright, so we've got my quick draw here. My quick draw is also looking pretty high on the heat. Again, I'm going to go for a shutdown right here. And I'm going to hope that my hunchback, and I should have reserved back right here. I really screwed that up. By reserving back with this unit right here, basically what I would do is on my final turn, after I'd reserve back, I would shoot with my quick draw into here. Then I would move my striker up, hit, and that would hopefully, again with the hunchback going at the beginning of next turn, cripple the Centurion. I've kind of screwed that whole thing up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to output the damage I need now, because I planned on shutting this mech down along with my other one to basically cripple the Centurion. But losing out on that SRM-4, SRM-6 medium laser is going to put me in a pretty bad position actually on this turn. In fact, I'm going to have to put my Centurion in a pretty dangerous spot right here because of how badly I played that. So they can't do a called shot, and it's kind of going for my mechs that it thinks would be, I guess, a little more of a danger. So if I had done that SRM, that commando strike, reserved back with my quick draw and my commando so that I could use my quick draw, then they get a go, and my commando gets to go. I come back here again at the beginning of my turn, again, medium laser, SRM-6, SRM-4, plus the hunchback behind it. That should have basically crippled this, this mech all around. I had absolutely screwed that up, though, so that is not what is quite happening here. I'm hoping I can get a knockdown at least. So my commando is going to take a ridiculous amount of damage because of my mess up. Because I'm going to have to bring him way up here into the front lines, which is a terrible idea. I do lose the commando sometimes, and he's always really beaten up no matter how I do these. So come on, knockdown. There we go. Now I really need my hunchback to take out that center torso. Losing that extra shot last turn really hurt me.
I'm here.
Okay, what are my hit percentages right where I'm standing? 85. I don't think I'm going to be able to get better, but we're just going to see. I can bring the small laser to bear too, and still remain in cover. Considering I want to take this mech out, I really want the small laser in case the AC-20 misses the center torso. So that is what I'm going to do. And then we're going to do a called shot on that center torso. Okay, good. I did take out the center torso. So we're down to 2 mechs, and at this point,
My heat sinks can't take much
I'm
more of this.
basically going to lose my commando because of this whole mess up, though. Okay, they're going to melee, that's fine. Honestly, the striker group like this, the amount of damage you lose to melee, probably worth it, as the melee damage is, in my opinion, drastically overtuned. But, what I need to do now is begin pulling back across the mountain to draw the awesome in while using my medium range firepower from right here to wipe out this Vindicator. So these two didn't get a turn right here, and I honestly probably wasted my hunchback right there because my commando might have even been able to take out that Centurion. That was big mistakes on my part. And does my commando really get beat up for it? Yeah, I think that's my rocket launchers. So basically, my commando is not out of the action yet, but oh, I still got my SRM-6. Okay, the medium laser's on the left. I knew that, because I do use this mech a lot. So at this point,
Back to standing.
I'm going to get back over here and just try to draw this awesome in some more and get a little bit of cover right around this hill.
My mech is limping.
Yes, of course it's limping. You just took a hell of a beating right there. Okay, so the center torso is your SRM-6. So this will pretty much be a pretty decent mech. That's not in the center torso. That is lying to me. Oh, I lost my SRM ammo. Okay, I was going to say, because I've had my guy come out with literally the head, the chest, and an arm. The three pieces, if you lose both legs, you're done. If you lose the head, your pilot's dead and you're done. And if you lose the center torso, you're done. I was going to say, I've had a couple battles where I've come out with literally the head, the chest, and the leg right here. So, but I lost my SRM ammo and the arm over here. That's what happened. Okay, so I might as well just keep firing because I can't get any farther away. This mech's no longer able to even run. Which stinks. That's really my knockdown ability right there.
Standing by. I'm here.
Only a 70, huh? Let's try to take a peek. I think it's the, it's got a PPC in each arm. I don't remember where the other one's at. Right torso, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. So...
Standing by.
how much damage can I put on the Vindicator back here? Not really anymore. So I am going to take one step back. Oh. Is there any way I can get that small laser to fire? Yes. So I'm not. I'm going to take one step forward. My Hunchback's basically going to duke it out here. I am going to overheat this. Well,
Confirmed.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and overheat my Hunchback this turn. So what I want to do is... I'd basically have to remove my AC-20. Well... no, I could leave that going. Yeah, I can't take advantage of it, so let's go with everything. The leg, that's a very poor spot to catch my 100 damage.
Too hot. Shutting down.
Oh, good. My commando gets to live another turn. Maybe.
Can't take many more hits like that.
I know, but you're doing good, buddy. You're doing good. Alright, so for whatever reason, this mech has flipped its back to me, and we are going to punish ridiculously hard. So, I actually don't want my back to the triple PPCs down there, though, so we're going to attempt to twist my torso. Basically, I want my mech to be facing its right arm down this direction. The arms are honestly the least valuable part. Anyways, on this mech, it's the torsos that are really important. So I'm going to get just as much as I can, still have that red line. There we go.
Copy that, Commander.
And we're going to attack this quick draw here.
Acknowledged.
Okay, and hopefully my gunslinger now can open it up. Now this is the nice thing. You have your missiles on your very lightest mechs, your light, your medium actually in this case, on this setup. What you're going to find though is your heavy hitter gets to go before everything else. So if you're really close to killing something, that pilot on arc light means that you immediately get a go again. While what you find is that Kraken right here actually has the ability, if I really open something up like this right here with all these lasers, because the lasers are very pinpoint damage, I have a very good chance of damaging this mech in a bad way right here. Again, we're wanting to torso twist just as much as I can while maintaining a firing arc on the Vindicator here. And then we're wanting to hit the Vindicator. So hopefully you can kind of catch I don't know exactly how to read that up on the top yet. I'm guessing armor is the A and S is probably component damage or something before it just falls off. Internal damage? I'm not sure. Structural. Okay. That's your structural. Okay. I see how that works. So that's where the overheating goes to. I didn't notice that before. The S is your structural. So this literally has 1 damage. I hit it with a laser, it's done. This has 15. I hit it with a laser, it's done. This has 65. Now I'm actually going to have to hit this with 3 lasers or a mix of SRMs and lasers. Needless to say, this mech should be dead right here. There we go. So again, I shut my hunchback down, but how much damage can this triple PPC awesome really even do at this point? Knock the leg out on my slowest mech. That's actually not a bad deal overall. Not a great deal. It never should have moved this awesome this close in. I didn't even have to dip around the thing. It doesn't understand how to use certain mechs overall. So, Witness is going to be important, but we are not going to use him right now. I'm going to restart. I'm going to reserve back, because I'm going to actually use him like a striker, like I was supposed to be doing the entire time and kept screwing up.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, I do want to maintain the cover, which unfortunately means I don't think I'm going to get a good back shot right here. Well, the quick draw can jump around, so that's fine. Am I actually in the cover here, though? Yeah. I do have a little trouble seeing that green. I'm actually not colorblind, but I do have trouble seeing it. Okay, so now my firing is a little different here. Normally I would just take the LRM off, but it doesn't completely clear your heat. So I think it's, what, 1 medium laser, or was it 2? Oh man, that's pretty much everything I got. So again, considering there's just a single mech, even if he severely damages one of mine, I'm not real worried about it.
Reporting overheat. Shutting down.
Yeah. Reserve Witness back. I'm going to try not to lose any mechs here. So, if I wasn't worried about the cost, I would just move my commando in right here.
Standing by.
Those are all 100% from right where I'm standing. How's the heat, though? That's going to be a shutdown. So we're actually going to do something a little different right here. This is one of my few mechs that actually has pretty good movement on this. Looks like that right side's going to be about my best. So we're going to go ahead and do a death from above. So executing death from above uses your mech warrior's piloting skill to hit. Not very good, and maybe it is pretty good, because that's 95%. Removes guarded from the target and deals massive damage and instability if successful. Causes severe damage to the attacker's legs and incurs unsteady. So this is going to unsteady me right here, but I should be able to actually clear a lot of heat. If I could have gotten close enough with my Kintaro, I would have melee'd right there instead of shutting down. I couldn't quite get close enough, though. So, very, very good damage to the head and arm. And a knockdown. Hopefully, my light mech will actually be able to take out a assault mech right here in true striker fashion. No.
Commander?
I've only got the 2 weapons left. I don't know if with the SRMs if that's going to be able to do it. Come on, limp your way into the front lines, man. You got 2 shots. You got one here. Oh no, he's going to stand up next turn. So the original plan was I just basically let the mech do its turn, and then after it does that, I move up onto here or here, take a shot, and at the beginning of my next turn, get back into the cover here, in true striker fashion. Unfortunately, this is looking like a very damaged head right here, and very damaged arm. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the called shot on the head right here. And looks like I dealt a lot of damage to the PPC side there, but no dice as far as taking anything out. It's gonna probably melee because it really... There's the left torso and left arm. So in a campaign, that would have been a terrible decision. Why don't you just go ahead and melee, because it's not like you're going to even be able to get away at this point. I really think when you're basically down to this right here, the mech should take some types of damage. I'm not even lying. There is no reason that a commando beat up like this should have to be finished off or be that much of a threat. Or at least, I don't know. It seems very, very off to me. So I do have 2 shutdown mechs here. So what we need to do is... Wait, oh, I restarted you last turn? I didn't realize that. Man, I'm not going to be able to get a firing angle on this far side over here. Did I really deal any damage to the left side? Yeah, the left leg, so maybe I can... Maybe I can do this, I don't know, we'll see. '90s, nice to have those 90s, but I want the 95 with that AC-20. I want to be able to take parts out at this point. Basically, my Inspire literally is for my Hunchback's AC-20, which you can see the AC-20 ammo getting pretty low in a fight against a higher tonnage like this.
Understood.
Boom. Oh, it's left side. I am so looking at things backwards in this game. So looking at things backwards. Okay.
Standing by.
So go ahead and restart. So the awesome is down to a single PVC.
Leaving you.
So what I want to do at this point is I've shut down a... Oh.
Heading out.
I'm going to jump outside the cover. It's lost 2 of its PPCs. It's not... Oh, only 1? I'm so terrible at mixing up left and right. I swear I know the difference. So I'm overheating, but I'm not going to quite shut down doing this, which is fine.
On it.
Come on, get a headshot and just wipe it out. There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Action report. Took a little more damage on my commando than was necessary. But, yeah, I think I really just need to mess around with figuring out how to give the AI, first off, generally same speed mechs that move the same rate so that they all come into areas. And then next it would be not giving it any LRMs, because it seems to have a huge propensity, which I thought about doing in this game, just running my commando or leaving him guarded up on the hill there, so that the Orion and the Centurion will just take pop shots. It actually doesn't work against this Lance when I started thinking about it, because they have the PPCs on the other 2 enemy forces here, the Vindicator and the Awesome. But a lot of times when you see the Orion or like the Centurion, you just basically give them indirect fire, and no matter how terrible and how little damage these LRMs are going to do, and how much damage they could do if they actually kind of came into the fight. The Centurion's pretty decent overall. was quite surprised because I didn't think the Centurion was going to be all that good. But it's got pretty decent medium range capabilities. It's all right at long range, and it's all right at very short range. Adds a small laser and adds just the large laser and the LRM at long range. I just think I need to go through and just literally build specific lances for the AI because it doesn't understand how to use them right now. Yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching everybody, and until next time.